Hi, welcome to SBR Sports Picks. My name is Peter Loshak. Today is Thursday, June 28th. We're talking right now with Joe Gavazzi from JoeGavazziSports.com. We're going to take a look at 4 MLB games that go tomorrow on Friday, June 29th. We're going to take an early look at these games. The first game we're going to take a look at is Game 2 in the Cincinnati-Milwaukee series. Of course, Game 1 goes tonight. We don't know what that result will be, and we don't have an opening line for the game that goes tomorrow. But it's an interesting game for the reason that that both of the starting pitchers going tomorrow, Chase Anderson for Milwaukee and Sal Romano for Cincinnati, are definitely questionable at best anytime they start. It's kind of a wash to my eye, the starting pitching in this game. Both starters, are capable of having a good start, once in a while, maybe a quarter of the time or a third of the time. But other than that, when they don't have a good start, they usually get hit pretty hard, giving up 4 or 5 runs in most starts when they don't have a good start. Chase Anderson, though, is off of one of his good starts. It was a 5-inning start, but he for the most part held St. Louis down, and he got some nice strikeout numbers there. So Anderson has had a couple good starts recently over his last 3 starts, and so is Romano. Romano threw a nice start against KC 3 starts ago, then came home and threw a nice start against Detroit. So despite the fact that both these starting pitchers are very iffy, they have been pitching okay recently in their recent 3 games, in their last 3 games. And of course, Cincinnati's been absolutely on fire for about the last 2 weeks or so, and they have been a team that you've just wanted to bet into game in and game out. Their offense is very productive, winning most times. Is this another spot for to bet on Cincinnati, Joe?
I think we're looking at the worm about to turn for the Reds in this one. Remember, this is a team that was not considered to be very good at the start of the year and looked to be a year or maybe 2 ago under Brian Price as manager. In fact, when they started 8-27 this year, that was thought to happen for sure. Now, Riggleman took over after those first 35 games, and that coincides roughly with the turnover of the Reds. First, it was a run of 17-18, and now they enter tonight's game on a run of 9-1 in their last 10 games. That includes a run of 6-1 against 2 quality teams, Atlanta and the Cubs, in their last 7 games. Particularly, we look to a microcosm of their recent surge, in which they trailed the Braves in the 5th inning 5-3, came on to score 3 in the 7th and win 6-5. Why is that surprising? Well, as I may have mentioned here before, if a team is ahead by 1 or more runs after 5 innings, they go on to win the game 81% of the time in Major League Baseball today. So a microcosm of the Reds' turnaround in that game. Romano, as you mentioned, iffy at best and often sporadic, as characterized by a 5.40 ERA and an OPS greater than 8. So not too worried about that. There are edges for Milwaukee across the board as well. Remember, although the Reds' surge has been well documented, Milwaukee themselves started 13-17 before going on a 33-16 surge to now lead the division. So Milwaukee playing even better ball than Cincinnati is right now. And yet I think this is going to end up at a near pick-em price range because of the greater notice of the Reds' surge in recent weeks. There's an edge in Milwaukee with my combined OPS numbers that's pretty substantial, 7-21. And of course, in the bullpen, where the Brewers' bullpen has been outstanding all year, number 5 to Cincinnati's 17. Hidden gem OPS number occurs in this game on the side of Anderson for Milwaukee, who has a 540 road OPS. In other words, he pitches by far the better baseball on the road. We're going to take Milwaukee with some substantial edges across the board. I think it's about time for the Reds to cool off a little bit. Might be the entire weekend against Milwaukee.
All right, interesting analysis. Joe Gavazzi liking Milwaukee tomorrow on Friday. We'll see how the game tonight turns out if Cincinnati can keep their very, very impressive winning going one more time tonight, and then we'll see what the line is for tomorrow. Joe Gavazzi thinking Milwaukee might have the edge tomorrow. Tell us about your website, JoeGavazziSports.com.
It is JoeGavazziSports.com, and if you're curious about the methodology I use to handicap Major League Baseball, much of which I share with you in the videos, you can click on articles, read about the OPS methodology I use, which I've proven over and over again the last 4 years in repeated articles. and as well combine it with the run line thinking I used, and find out, in fact, in an article on run line where there are 23 teams who have an 80% edge in the run line for the year. Go check it out. Click on my articles at joegavazzisports.com.
Thanks so much, Joe Gavazzi.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to our channel. Now, we've put a lot of work into producing all these free videos, so please help us out and keep all our content free for you forever by simply liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. Now, not to mention, a visit to our industry-leading website will warm the hearts of all our SBR employees, especially myself. Now, the links are over there to the left, so do check those out. Thanks for watching.